Hi there everyone, welcome to a Traveller's Guide to China, City Guides, and today we're going to be looking at the city of Suzhou in Jiangsu province. Suzhou is in the east of China. It's about 100 kilometers from Shanghai and it's south of the Yangtze River. There are two cities in China called Suzhou. They have different Chinese characters, but the pinyin is the same, so you have to be careful and make sure you go to the one you want. This Suzhou in Jiangsu province is a city of about 5 million people. Suzhou has a subtropical climate and the weather is hot and humid in the summer and cool and dry in the winter. I arrived in Suzhou at Suzhou North Railway Station, the new high-speed train station. Suzhou Station is one of the busiest and largest old-style railway stations in China. Suzhou has 60 classical gardens, which are recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Perhaps the most famous and most visited one is the Humble Administrator's Garden. In the garden you can see a vast array of plants and lakes and buildings that you can walk around. You can spend a few hours here in the Humble Administrator's Garden. As you can see, there are lots of people there and many opportunities for great photographs. There's a large bonsai garden, as you can see here, and little hills that you can climb up and find secluded pagodas away from the crowds. And I even saw this mandarin duck on the lake. As well as being famous for its gardens, Suzhou is also famous for its canals. And if you want to take a day trip from Suzhou to a small town nearby, you should visit Tongli Ancient Water Town. Tongli is famous for its canals and its restaurants and shops. And you can take a canal boat with a driver. That's a great way to see the scenery. Or you can walk along the streets and over the bridges and enjoy the canals from there. Tongli town has a number of famous bridges, such as this one, and small cobbled shopping streets selling crafts, arts and local food. Some very narrow passages between the buildings. Tongli also has a range of halls and gardens that you can visit, such as this one, with pointy roofed pagodas, such as Tongli Garden, where you can walk around and enjoy the scenery, like this Japanese acer tree, and walk across the zigzag bridges and visit the different buildings around the lake. I've no idea who this lady is. I wanted a nice photo of the wall. There's a young man hiding in the hole in the wall, but aren't those rose bushes lovely? So you really must visit Tongli Water Town if you go to Suzhou. At the other end of the spectrum is Suzhou's central business district, the new area of the city, which is still expanding rapidly, built around Jingji Lake. Here you can see Jingji Lake, although visibility is a bit low this day. There's an island in the middle, and all of this equipment in the water is for a water and light show that they have in the evenings. A couple of wet dogs there coming out the lake. And here is a huge shopping centre right in the middle of the CBD. And this building is known as the Gate to the East. It's the tallest building in Suzhou, and locals and visitors often refer to it as a giant pair of trousers. This area claims to have the largest overhead screen in the world, although when I went there it wasn't working. I came back later and only a small part of the screen was actually lit up. That was quite disappointing. But the views of this area at night time were stunning. The lights along the river and the bridges all lit up. It looked amazing. On the other side of the lake, you can look back over at the CBD and see the gate to the east. And as dusk begins to fall, the buildings all light up and make a spectacular sight. There's a panoramic view of the lake, with quite a few people walking around in the evening. This area also has a large Ferris wheel and a theme park you can visit during the day. Next, I went to Tiger Hill Park. Now I know what you're thinking. My camera skills aren't so good here. I've taken this photo at a slant. But no, this is Huqiu Tower on Tiger Hill, which is known as the Leaning Tower because it leans by around 3 degrees due to some unstable foundations. To walk up to the tower, we go through this archway, and there are various things you can visit on the way, such as the Han Spring. I saw this lady taking a photo down the well. I wonder what that would look like. Oh, it's just a hole in the ground. There are various buildings on the way up to the tower where you can see collections of orchids and other plants. There's Suzhou Tower. And on the other side of the tower, there are lakes and gardens that you can walk through and enjoy, across the zigzag bridges and the pagodas, enjoying views of the tower from all around. Close to the humble administrator's garden is Beisita, or the North Temple Tower. Here we can see it at night when the tower gate is lit up, although the park itself is closed at this time, and we can see the tower lit up at night. One of my favourite places in Suzhou is Pingjiang Road. This ancient road is lined with old buildings which have become shops, selling souvenirs and interesting restaurants, and boat trips are also available up this road. They even have a cat cafe that you can visit. Pingjiang Road is a good place to visit during the daytime and at night. All the lights at night time make the place look quite special, and the bridges and canals are lit up. There are also a number of nice bars on this street where you can enjoy local beer. Suzhou has night markets that you can visit in the evening as well. And some of the food I had included these dumplings. Or if you fancy some more Western food, there are steak restaurants with a steak and a fried egg on a hot skillet with a couple of scoops of mashed potato, and thirst-quenching drinks such as this mojito-like soft drink. There were places that I didn't get a chance to go to, such as the Suzhou Museum. I'd have liked to have gone there, but the queue was just too long, so I didn't go inside. And the twin pagodas of Dinghui Temple. Unfortunately, when I arrived there, it was far too late and it was closed, and this is all I could see from the outside. Suzhou is a great place to visit. You could easily spend a week there. It's a great place to visit for classical gardens, arts and crafts, and canals. It has a subway and a bus system that can take you anywhere you'd like to go in the city, so I would thoroughly recommend a visit to Suzhou. Thanks for watching my city guide. Please press the thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again and goodbye.